The United Nations Development Programme has unveiled a Pan-African entrepreneurship platform in partnership with Accenture South Africa, Youth for Africa and SDGs, known as YAS with an exclamation mark. And it will be an online platform for East, West and Southern Africa. In the studio is Sandiso Sibisi, Open Innovation Lead for Accenture Africa. Sandiso, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
How has it been 2 weeks on?
It's been a lot of learning. I think there's obviously normal technical glitches when you launch a platform, so users not being able to log on. But I feel like we've ironed those out, and we're in the process of just listening to what people are saying, what they want, and trying to incorporate that in the next phase of development.
Right. How many so far?
We have just under 1,000.
Well done.
I'm hoping this insert will get it over the 1,000.
Right. Yeah. And just for the benefit of those who perhaps have not quite caught on what exactly you're offering here, explain. I read in my intro that it's a platform, but give it greater meat, please. So
it's a portal platform, and portal platform simply because we have a stagnant part which is called the portal, and that houses things such as learning content for entrepreneurs to access. Right. And then you've got the platform side that is really allowing users to contribute to the platform. What that entails is it has an ecosystem map whereby incubators, accelerators, corporates are involved in entrepreneurial ecosystem to plot themselves on the map so entrepreneurs in the continent can find them and reach out to them for information and for opportunities. We also have networking and funding opportunities available that is primarily driven by the users of the platform, those users being corporates, incubators, accelerators, and VCs. And then we also have challenges, SDG challenges, that is primarily driven under UNDP, under Accenture, or any organization that is particularly tackling or addressing the sustainable development goals, whereby we avail funding opportunities, anything between 5,000 to 10,000 USD for entrepreneurs to explore their ideas or their business.
Sure, that's a lot of information. I'm trying to process it. Tell me broadly, what are you trying to do?
We are trying to be a catalyst and really accelerate the entrepreneur ecosystem in Africa. Right. We've seen to date that it's been a bit fragmented for entrepreneurs. So, I mean, before, yes, there wasn't a one-stop shop where you'd have all this content on learning, funding opportunities, and also engaging with thought leaders in the entrepreneur ecosystem. And you're putting it all on one platform, portal platform, to allow people to access all of that we have at ease.
Right. Who should be looking at it right now? Give me the address so I can punch it in my laptop here.
So it's www.yasdg.com.
YasDG, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
www.yas.
Who should be looking at it?
We're inviting entrepreneurs that's any entrepreneur, whether it be small or you still in seed stage or idea stage or market validation stage or commercialization stage, any entrepreneur. Right. And then we're inviting corporates that are looking to work with startups on two segments. We call them. One, it's as an innovation. So we're encouraging startups to join the platform because, as Accenture, we serves a lot of the top clients in the continent and also in the world. They would look to us to support them in the innovation projects, and we will use YAS to find those entrepreneurs, help drive innovation. Right. The other aspect for corporates to join is that for supply diversification. So we're primarily a youth platform. So if you're looking to give youth opportunity to work with them and let them be your supplier and improve your value chain. It's also the go-to place. So we're looking to have corporates engage in those two segments, those being on innovation side and also supply diversification side. Right.
It doesn't have youthful legs, let me say, because it's been slowly getting up and running while you were talking. Now, finally, it has rolled out, and it does look very nice indeed. But tell me, in terms of the thinking behind here, when you say it's a youth-driven platform, what are you saying? Who are you defining as youth, and why are you restricting it to youth?
So, I mean, we're speaking to the youth bulge that we have in the continent, that there's a lot of young people that are unemployed and also a lot of young people trying to start a business. Right. And therefore, that's why I primarily focus it on youth. But however, I mean, there's no age limit on the platform. I mean, corporate, i.e., will probably be over the typical youth age. And our typical youth age, according to African Union, is between 18 to 35 years old. So we would, but that doesn't limit I don't believe you're 35 years old.
I could be.
But you could be.
What are you saying?
But in the event that you are not.
You are discriminating. It is perfectly fine.
You are welcome.
I'm overweight 35.
Yes, you're welcome to join the platform, but more as an investor or a funder of entrepreneur on the continent.
Right. So the youth are allowed to take advantage of the opportunities, whereas the people who are older can come in and contribute and help the youth.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. And in terms of the sectors that you're focusing on?
So we speak to all 17 SDGs.
Sure.
And as you know,
I remember 78 DGs.
17.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as you know, they cover a broad spectrum of sectors. So that's anything from health, infrastructure, water and sanitation, mining, all the SDGs. We are happy to engage on those sectors.
Right. And in terms of the interest that you have seen, give me sort of like a quick analysis, if you like.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of interest.
Geography, interest, sizes of applications and that kind of thing.
To date, South Africa is leading, but we feel like that's primarily because we've...
Who, South Africa?
South Africa is leading. Okay. Kenya is the next leading number of users. And we feel like South Africa is leading simply because we did the launch here and there was a big focus and traction in South Africa because we just had about 40 entrepreneurs from the continent join, everything from Francophone to East and Southern Africa, and they were here to help us launch the platform. Yeah. But as the year progresses, we're going to be going into West Africa and doing big, also activations in those locations. So we expect that it should pick up, and we should have more of a broad, really a pan-African
Absolutely, platform. We'll definitely be watching it. And I can tell you, there was a study I read the other time which suggested that Cameroonians apparently were the most enterprising across the African continent. It suggested that other parts of Africa were not so good. We're just sitting and waiting for things to happen. But your app, I think, is going to give us some very interesting answers. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much.
That's Sandiso Sibisi, Open Innovation Lead for Accenture Africa.